Hey everyone, it's Momentary Flux. Welcome back to the Minimalist Factory with Bob's Mods. Looks like we're about ready to get some robots going here, hopefully. First things first, time to stock up on resources. I'm low on iron. I have no basic electronic boards. Let me grab a couple of those guys and we'll get started. I'm going to need to make some robo ports also. What am I going to need for those? So just a bunch of steel and stuff. I have some steel. What's really missing? Batteries. Yeah, batteries and just a bunch of iron, looks like. Grab a little steel while I'm over here too. Alright. This is iron, yeah. Sometimes I get confused between the iron and the tin. Yeah, let's get some more iron. Why not? Running out of inventory, but whatever. That's alright. I can always just get rid of stuff if I need to. Batteries. Let's grab them all. We want lots of robots. Okay, so now I need to make robot brains, robot tools, and get everything combined. Make some assemblers. Make a few of those. I got a couple of the small ones for the brains. Let's see here. Yeah. Gonna need 3. Where are you? So these guys need steel and steel gear wheels. So we have steel. We can make steel gear wheels, and we can provide steel from the line that we already have. I need a little line to move those gear wheels up to those. For those 2 assemblers. Some inputs. Alright, in here, out here, in there. Okay, and then we're going to need some outputs from these guys. And we're going to put 1 on each side of the belt. So let's do... We're going to need long-handed drop near side of the belt for this one. And long-handed drop outside of the belt for that one. Okay. Let's get some power in here. Let's see how this looks. Okay, trying to keep consistent as much as possible with the power poles. Okay, so steel gears are getting made. They're pulled in here. And we've got tools. What's missing? Oh, they're just not making up there yet. What are these? I hope these are logistics. If they're not, I'm going to switch them around. What are the greens? Construction. Let's switch these around. I want priority for logistics. That one will be green. This one will be orange. Okay. And what I mean by that is that the steel gears are being pulled into the first assembler. You know, eventually these are going to pile up, so that's fine. But I want more logistics robots than construction robots. Alright. You can also do another output here on the near side of the belt. Get another input too. You know, one of the things I noticed, I had been watching a couple other videos, you know, there's this GUI mode where you can change the offsets. I don't know, I tend to prefer just the regular menu version of setting these up, unless there's something extremely specific that I need to do a pickup or drop off from a strange spot. I'm trying to keep things as sort of minimalist as possible, so I'm going with standard as much as possible. I don't want any kind of weird builds if I don't need to. Sometimes it's sort of unavoidable just because you boxed yourself in, but I'm trying to not do that as much as possible. Okay, so we have the tools. I'm kind of just reversing here. I want the brains to be the same way. So those can be made in a small assembler. Let's see if there's enough room here. So the green, let's see. If the stuff is coming down here, I want to use the same paradigm where oop, I reversed it, didn't I? I want logistics robots, which are yellow. I need to remember that. Have priority for resources over construction robots. So if I'm bringing in the things that they need to be built on this side, that should be good enough. They can output over here. Okay. So we're going to need some boxes. Looks like I'm short a box or two. Let's do some steel. We'll start moving the steel chests. So one for here. All right, let's move this up one. And then two, two for here. They need 3 components. I can put the, what am I doing? Let's look at the resources needed. Okay. So they need 8 basic electronics components, which is far more than the other things. So what I'll do is I will put the basic electronics components on their own belt, and if I need to, it's going to be one-sided because you can't run really 2 inserters out of the same box. But I can always add another one if I need to increase the capacity later. I would add it here and do the inside of the belt. So we'll make this the electronic components, and I need the inside belt. And these will be the other 2, the circuit boards and the transistors. Okay, let's turn that off. We will have some inputs, and we will have some long-handed pickups. And then we will have some outputs. We will go far side of the belt, and then the near side of the belt. Okay, and that really, I believe, should do it once we fill up these boxes with the right materials. I think we're good. We've got the robot frames coming up from below here. This is a little reminder. And let's get some power in there. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to have to collect a few more of those guys. I have a massive amount. Let's take what I can, drop them in there. Then we need transistors and circuit boards. Can do. Transistors, where are you guys? Here's the circuit boards. Do I have I don't have a collector for the circuit board, so I better add that in while I'm at it. I'll put that there. And we'll scoop some up for now. Let that build up. Alright, that's a few. I've got a couple transistors, but I want to grab some more. Where are the transistors? Ah, there they are. Do we have a clue? We don't have a... Oh, what are we out of here? Plastic. I better dump some plastic in there. Okay. Keep those going. We need to pull out some of these. It's a good spot. Get some power to it. Nothing lines up. That's alright. Okay, we'll just put one here. To hell with it. Okay. Let's grab some of these for consumption. Alright, that's going to get us started. Right by it, didn't I? Okay. So let's just dump these in. And make sure this is working. Looking good. One step closer. Alright, let's get these past, yeah, I guess we could go to 3. Alright, I need some more undergrounds. And then we're going to need some final assemblers for our robots. Kind of want them to be on the same side. Let's put them on this side, and then we can have our roboports up here. So we got one. I want to leave a space in the middle for outputs. I'm gonna have to think about that for a minute, but so let's see here. Got 1, 2. I take it back. We can still put our roboports up there, but because of these robot frames, I need 2 sides. Okay. So the robot frames will come here. And then these will feed through outputs of the robots, which can just jump under here. And what do we need for some roboports? Can we make Mark IIs? What are we missing for Mark IIs? That looks like aluminum, doesn't it? Or is that tin? It's not tin because we have tin. What if I were to select a roboport so I can see what the hell that is? Nope. So it's the antenna array. Aluminum. Yeah, it's aluminum. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to make Mark 1s. Okay. So let's see here. 1, 2. 1 for construction. 1 for logistics. And then we're going to need a bunch just for getting logistics network around our factory. Now, it's kind of an interesting thing because with Bob's mods, they've broken the functionality of the logistics, the roboports, into 2 things. There's these logistics expanders, which just increase the area that the robots can cover. And then they have these robo chests, which are recharge ports, but don't expand the logistics area. So later on, you can see like the Mark 1s have a supply area of 50 by 50. Okay, it's the same as the standard game, and then they have a construction area of 100 by 100. But when you get to the Mark 2s, those areas double, and then the Mark 3s are even bigger. So you get to a point where one roboport is providing a massive logistics area. But one roboport, and even as they're better at recharging, the robots tend to cluster around the roboport. So what you can do is you can make these recharge, the robo chests, and just put those instead because the area is covered. So you don't need a full-on roboport. You just need lots of recharge stations for the robots. So it really kind of mixes up the gameplay and makes it a little bit more interesting as far as robots are concerned. Um, there's also Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV robots as well. There's different versions of everything. Um, I haven't made the Mark II robots yet, so that's something I'm going to look into down the road. All right, back to what we were doing here. These are going to be logistics robots. These are going to be construction robots. So they are going to pull in. Always running out of inserters. Let's make a bunch. Okay. Those are going to pull in robot frames. I'll turn that belt in a minute. They're going to output robots. They also need to pull in. Let's do it on the middle, and then we'll get some long-handed pickups on the outside. Okay, so that should, in theory, send our robots up here. I think what I'll do is since I'm putting them on the same line, I'll put some filter inserters to pull the one kind into one. Well, let me just do it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. Where can I get the best coverage? This looks good. We don't have, I'm thinking about substations here, which made me look at the technology, and I'm reminded that we're probably out of green science, or maybe it's the red because of the iron shortage that we're experiencing. What I want to do is I want to finish this up, and then once we get the robots just getting started, oh my god, power is going to be a massive problem. Okay. Okay, we just need the robot frames. We'll just angle this guy over. Oh, no, not that way. Let's drop those guys into the... Get rid of some of this excess stuff. Anything else? Steel gear. I think that's everything. So, look at this. Those are really... The final assembly is very fast. It only takes half a second. Alright. So now what we need is we need a roboport for logistics and a roboport for construction. Actually, let me offset this for a second here. Let's make another steel chest. Make a couple steel chests. And I want there to be buffer chests for these. I want them to fill up with robots. Yeah. Okay. And I guess we are going to need those filter inserters here. So these ones are going to pull logistics robots. Mark I logistics robots. These ones will pull Mark II, or excuse me, Mark I construction robots. And then what we want to do is use a little circuit network that's our only circuit. I want to change this to read the robot statistics, and over here you have the signals that they output. So what we're looking at here for logistics bots is signal X, available logistics robots. So I want this to turn on if signal X is less than 20. So that means that as the robots are flying around or sitting around, that if there's less than 20, this is going to pull a logistic robot into the roboport, and it'll keep doing that until there are 20 free logistics bots. Now, when they're idle, it's going to not do anything. All right. So that way, basically what I'm creating here is a system where demand dictates how many robots are in the system. So if demand ever goes up to a point where the robots, there are none available, it will add more. And I'm going to do the same here for construction robots. Okay, so we need to change this to read the robot statistics. And the available construction bots is Z. So if Z, not Y, Z, ever drops below 20, add some more construction robots. Okay, now we just need some power. I think we'll bring it over here, yeah. And we've got one logistics robot. We're gonna need more than that. Okay, so let's take a look. Why aren't we making these? We are out of batteries. This can be trimmed. We brought batteries. Batteries go in there. Make some more robot frames. And we should have our network going up. While those are being made, where are my roboports? Did I make any more? I think I only made the 2. Yeah, I only made 2. Let's make a bunch of roboports. I'm not sure I'm ever going to automate the construction of roboports. Maybe at some point in the future, but yeah, I'm going to probably have to eventually. But I think for now, I'm going to handcraft the roboports. I find it interesting. Are these logistics? No, those are construction. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's going to operate as I want. All right. What are these missing? These are probably missing batteries as well. They're missing transistors. Yeah. Let's get some more transistors. They need a lot of transistors. Now that our box is collecting them, we should be able to grab some. And there they are. All right, let's grab them. Grab them all. Drop them in. It's getting very close here to. I'm going to need to fix science so that I can make the logistics system. We're constantly out of everything. Get the transistors dropped off here. That'll make some more brains. Alright. So we have one logistics robot. It's going to be busy if I ever get any boxes. Alright, let's go take a look at science real quick. It's either we're out of circuits or we're just out of iron. So let's take a look. What are we missing? Well, we're missing blue science. And blue science, blue science is just backed up by dumb batteries in the wrong box. That's not good, but no big deal. Let's see here. Batteries, circuits, and okay, so steel is good. Just need more of these guys, which are also out of circuits. So very soon, oops, god damn it. Let's try this again. Talking, not thinking. That's what's happening here. Okay, let's get our blue science back on track. And how can I help here? I think we just need more circuit cards everywhere. Yeah, that'll do it. Get those up here. lot of filter inserters made. All right. So we're going to need just a couple hundred more, and then we're going to be able to stop carrying things around by hand. There's going to need to be an inordinate amount of shuttling, playing the logistic robot as myself. All right, collect a few more resources. Oops, wrong button. Check up on things. See if everything's running. We're out of stone here. How are we doing? Oh, we're okay for now. How are we doing on iron? That's full. I have to do this periodically where I run around and just take stock in what's needed. Let's give it some more batteries. Okay, let's divide those up a bit. Okay, we've got steel. That's fine. Let's get some more electronic components. Drop those in here. I'll keep things going there for a while. And okay, so we've got 20 logistic spots now, so this is stopped. Now what's going to happen is we're just going to pile up here, and then as demand increases, it'll pull from this box. Now, let's see here. I think the stacks are 50, so 500. So that's 2,500 bots, basically, almost 2,400, can fit in this box. So peak demand it can add up to 2,400 bots. There's no way that's ever going to happen. But the reason I point this out is because I've seen some builds where, there's assemblers for these robots, like 20, 40, 50 assemblers to make each kind of robot, when all you really need is just a buffer so that when demand increases, you can just add more. So that, like I said, in some of those, there's nothing wrong with a mega base. I've made tons of mega bases, but it's really not necessary. I really like this more minimalist approach, where more of a smart factory, where things are on demand a little bit more. Very soon we'll be showing my train station, which sort of operates on the same principles, and we'll see that when we get to it. Just looking over here, we've got robot frames coming in now. So I'm looking to get a little bit of a surplus. Construction bots, they're fine. We're going to need more as time goes on, but as these things build up over time, that it's going to have more than enough. Anyway, I'm going to call an episode here. Now that we've got our robots, next time we'll set up the logistics network and work on some power and blue science. So if you like it, please hit like, and if you want to keep watching, hit subscribe. All right, see you next time. Thanks.